everyone. My name is Iman.
And I'm Amal. And we have a special guest with us today.
Very special.
Assalamualaikum.
This is our mom.
Yay.
We reference, Mom, do you know that we reference you a lot in our videos?
Yeah, I've listened to a couple of your videos.
A couple. Mom, you're our momager.
You're our momager.
Okay.
It's really cute. Mom watches or listens to our videos and then she'll like write little notes and then send it to us.
And she'll not manage the comment section, but she'll monitor it and then like let us know if there's anything of note.
Which I think, okay, so I just want to say I think you're a very important person in our lives. Amal and I, as everyone knows, we talk to you every day.
Right.
And
I have to. I live with you.
Sorry, Amal.
So basically today we just want to talk a little bit more about how our relationship as like mother and daughters have like evolved.
Right.
From when we were children till now. So I'm 29.
I'm 23.
23.
Okay.
Yeah.
You will remain ageless because you're timeless.
Mashallah. Okay, so is there a question in there?
Yeah, so I just want to ask you, when do you think that our relationship as, you know, being your kids evolved to the one that we have now? Which I think is more of like a friendship, would you say, Amal?
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. It's not so authoritarian anymore. It's more like you talk to us, ask for our opinions, and then, yeah.
But I have not noticed, a particular point in life that our relationship changed.
Yeah, I'm sure
To
it was
me-
gradual.
Yeah, and to me, it's always been like that. Maybe I make, mom you at times when you needed discipline, but otherwise,
No, I was actually quite scared of you when we were kids, actually.
I hear that a lot.
Yeah, I was scared too.
Like you were to be feared. Like, yeah.
I think earlier in life, I always have this checklist. Unfortunately, Iman has gotten that as well. But I prefer today to do without checklists.
Yeah.
I think that's what pushed me to want to check everything off. So then that fearsome person comes out.
Yeah, no, you had lots of rules for us growing up.
Yeah.
Like, had to be bed by a certain time. And when I was naughty, you took away my room. Do you remember this?
What do you mean you took away her
No,
room?
she's like, Iman, you don't deserve room privileges. So you can go in your room to solat and sleep. But other than that, you can't close the door. That room is no longer yours.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like cause and effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that was my way of teaching you cause and effect. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But then also again, like when we're kids, we don't know anything, and I guess it's important that you did do all that, so we had some sort of structure and.
Right.
You know.
So when did you become not scared of me?
I'm still scared of you.
Oh dear.
No. I think for me it's when I went away to university and when I'd come back during the summers because we had been apart for so long, like
Right.
during that year. When I'd come back, that's when we would like lepa and we would like chit chat. And I told myself, okay, Iman, like soak in all the mom now because when you go back to Canada, she's not going to be around.
Right. Yeah, I guess the absence also makes moms rethink their relationship with their children, So yeah, so going off, for studies and stuff, maybe it's also good for the parent, to rejuvenate and to rethink their relationship.
Right.
Allahu
I
Alam.
mean, like, I'm like you. I feel like there was no particular specific point of time where
Exactly.
it changed. It was just very gradual.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember being so scared. There was this one time.
Right.
It was the weekend, I think, but we weren't allowed to watch TV.
Yes,
Yeah.
we were not allowed to watch
Yeah, we
TV
were not.
growing up.
And
Right.
we only watch it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, like after Asar, like
Yeah.
No more
it's done.
TV.
No more
Yeah.
TV.
If it's not a school night.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember this one time you went out and I watched TV anyway. And then you came back. So I switched it off. And Iman had that like inflatable, that purple chair. So I sat on the chair and you came upstairs. And I was like, nothing to do. And you're like, yeah, go lah. Go do something. Go read or something.
No, you know what? I think after that, Mama actually touched the TV to see it was warm.
Really?
Oh my God, I'm such a police patient. I guess I did not know how to parent as well, I don't know if it's happening in this generation, but in my generation, you're taught how to feed the child, how to dress the child, but you never thought of how to bring up the child, the upbringing, like how much TV can they watch and whether TV is allowed or not. So I had to figure that on my own,
Right.
So yeah, so Allahu Alam, I hope I did good.
Inshallah.
Questionable.
No, but I really think that when I talk to my friends or I talk to people I know, I'm like, oh yeah, my mom and I and my sister were like really close. We like talk every day, blah, blah, blah. And they always say, oh, I don't have that relationship with my mom. I'm like estranged from my mom, or my mom and I don't agree on lots of things. And they ask me, how do I make my relationship better? And I always tell them it's kind of like a two-way street. Like, yes,
I mean, all relationships are two-way streets.
yeah, but some people think that with your parents you should always like give in.
Right.
Well, when I raised all of you, I wanted thinking children. I did not want to spoon feed. I suppose that's why a lot of cause and effect happened in my parenting. You know, if you do this, then this is what you get. You know, and also we have to remember. I think moms in my generation, how they were brought up by their moms. You see, because it's either you look up to your role model, or if you want to do it differently, then you have to find information on your own. You know? So, and I think moms and daughters, if they can open up to each other, that's alhamdulillah the best. But if they can't, then try and find middle ground. You know, because we are from different generations.
Right.
Yeah. And
But I think we open up with each other pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, because I guess also because of the frequency, I do talk to you every day about a lot of things.
True. I think frequency and meeting with each other can make a relationship grow.
Yeah.
You know, and I think all around is respect for each other. Yeah, obviously children feel that they have to respect the parents more because they're older, and I think to me respect obviously is earned, you know, and I don't know, I've never thought of being a parent as not being a friend.
Right.
To me, friends
They
with
come
your
hand in hand.
yeah, they come hand in hand.
But okay, there has been times I think that because we are close, I think sometimes I overstep the boundary, and I treat you more as a friend.
I readily agreed with that.
I treat you more as a friend than a mom, and you've kind of like had to call me back.
It's not because you treated me like a friend. I think because even in a friendship, if you go over that boundary of showing more muscle than you should, I think if a friend was brave, she would call you on it. Yeah, call you out on it.
So there still is an invisible line, no matter how close you are to your parents.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or how close you are to a friend.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you
There's
have to
still
choose.
rules.
Yeah, there's still rules. You have to choose your words properly, and and the underlying respect should always be there. Yeah.
And I think like because I don't want to say kena marah, but I just like kena tegur like a couple of days ago, and but I think it's if a friend talked to me like that, I think I would need more time to like allow their words like to me be okay with those words. But I think when you do it like as a mom, I didn't like sit there and like roll my eyes. Like I understood like where you were coming from.
Right. I think that is what I suppose a mom. The upper hand that she has.
That's the card you have.
Yeah, that's the card you have. Correct. That you can speak to your children that way because you did raise them, you know. And if the mom is respectful, she will choose her words properly. She will not have to show authority by yelling or by forcing. Right? Don't you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you're a mom now, so there are a lot of things that you would have to think about.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, right now my momminess is limited to like baby talk, so I'm not there yet.
Okay.
But yeah, I do like think of those things like how am I gonna address certain things with Baba, like how I'm gonna tell him, you know, you're out of line, or.
But you can still, when he's crying too much excessively, you do need to talk him down.
I do.
To calm him down.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he'll never understand words. You have to talk to him like he is a human being.
Yeah.
And
Like,
you do start talking to them that early.
Some people have said like they don't scold their kids because or tegur their kids because they're too young, they don't understand. I don't think that's true.
Maybe the word scold is not the right word to use. It's explaining to the child, you know, what is wrong and what is right. You know what you did, and probably ask the child, if you do that, what do you think
Is going to happen.
is going to happen? Or your brother is crying. Can I know what you did to him? Stuff like that. So the cause and effect. You have to teach children that. You have to explain things to children.
And I think you've explained things very well to us.
And I'm still explaining things to my adult children.
Well, it takes a while for it to sink in.
Yeah.
Going on to that cause and effect thing, something that I really appreciate that you did as we were growing up is that you did not reward us with material things when we did well. Like if we got good grades in school, you didn't say, okay, if you get however many A's, I'll get you the new game console. Like you never did that, and I really appreciate that you did that because it didn't make me work like now as a person, like I don't work towards something just because I want that material gain. I feel like that's very important to how I feel about things in general right now. So
that was very important to me, to not motivate you materialistically. Yeah. So instead I encouraged you by telling you to read, and got you books.
And a lot of books.
And we had a lot of family time. So I don't know, I think
well, I could have used the cash. That's all I want to say.
It's so Iman thing to say. Do you think I'm a friend?
Yeah, I think you're my best friend.
So how would you differentiate between a mom and a friend?
You're a friend with some cards,
Okay,
you can pull out some things when you want that a friend might not be able to.
And I think also the fact that you have like context of like our entire history.
Right.
Like sometimes with friends, like you're talking about something and they're like, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Right.
You're like, oh, okay, I have to backtrack and like do this. And I think the reason why I can't speak for Amal, but why I enjoy speaking to you a lot is you give me a lot of like life lessons, even when you don't know that you are. And I always tell myself, okay, remember this, because one day, no offense, but you're going to be gone.
Right.
I don't know either before me or after me, but if it's before me, then I want to remember all these things. So if I'm ever in that situation, I can pick it up, be like, oh yes, mom said to do this, or mom said to
That's
do
why
that.
it's sharing your life, right?
Yeah.
And a person can only pick from the experiences they go through. So sharing your life with your children and gathering lessons from there to give to them is important.
What about those moms or those daughter relationships where they don't talk as much? Like, do you think that they should open up and share these life lessons with them? If not, they are doing a disservice to their children?
Wow, I can't speak for the other moms because the circumstances that they've been through as a mom or as a person or, as a daughter to their mother, or I really don't know. But I think the aim here is to always improve yourself every day. And hopefully if a relationship with their children is a goal of theirs, I make dua that they reach that.
It's interesting that you said that a relationship with your children is a priority or a goal, because I think sometimes people take it for granted that your family members are just always going to be there for you and that your relationship is always going to be good. It's something that you always have to work on, I feel.
Yes, I think you definitely have to work on relationship. It does,
regardless of what relationship it is.
Regardless of
but
what
this
relationship
is relatively important because you are a mother.
Yes,
and
true.
Our Jannah, now my Jannah is still under your feet.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
So
but you see, we have to remember everybody has different circumstances. Maybe they've gone through difficult life. And for them the priority was to have food on the table. So maybe they didn't have time, or what we say as quality time. But I think any time with your family is quality time. But the thing is to pull the strengths from what you go through. It doesn't mean that if you're having a hard time, your children can't learn from that. If you don't mind opening up and sharing with them the difficulties, then they can pull strength from there and maybe make it a life lesson themselves.
Here's an unrelated question.
Sure.
How is it like being a mother to boys and to girls?
Oh, it's a good one.
To me, the challenges, I think to me the challenges were the same because I didn't see the difference in my children. Or rather, I did not want to see any difference because I wanted to raise all of you with the same hand. So
was this hand. No, I'm just kidding. Would you say that you have a favorite child?
No, I don't think so. I I like the differences in my children.
Yeah.
Because the differences teaches me different things, you know, and how on earth can anyone be the same to another person?
Right.
Yeah.
That can never happen. I'm sure even twins have differences,
Yeah.
you know. So I think being different is what makes everything exciting.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I've never felt that you had a favorite. You never showed any favoritism, you or Papa. So alhamdulillah, like really appreciate that.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you for saying that, Amal.
Yeah.
This whole time I'm just pointing.
Iman
was
likes-
the least favorite at this
Iman
moment.
likes to think that she was. I think there was a time because you like to joke a lot about you being the favorite. I remember,
Yeah.
and one day Mama actually said, "Iman, look, you can't even joke about this because." Do you remember this?
No.
Yeah.
She doesn't remember much.
Yeah, but basically you're like, you kind of reprimanded her, like you just said, Iman, you can't
Just
keep
remember that.
going on about this because like it's not true. I don't have a favorite, and if you
Right.
keep saying this, you know, it might affect your siblings.
It's sometimes I feel like a moderator because what a one child says can create sibling rivalry in another child. So as a parent, I'm there to moderate that so that one doesn't feel lesser than the other.
Right.
You know.
Do you feel tired having to moderate after all these years that we're still so...
Sometimes I wish I could put down my mom cloak, really, and just watch you guys from afar.
very, very far.
Yeah. But I do remember one thing though. Whenever you guys were fighting, and I truthfully know or knew who started it, I always got angry at all of you.
Yeah.
So that you guys will settle it on your own, thinking that I have given you enough tools to settle stuff by yourself. But I do also know sometimes that I will call all of you up one by one, to dig into your head to find out, okay, so are they at a good place? Because I feel that if kids are at a good place, the house will be calmer.
Yeah, I remember being very jealous of the Weasley family from Harry Potter because the mom will only get angry at the child who was actually at fault. And I really, really envied that because whenever this gundu will do something, I also kena. I mean, like, how is that fair? Like, that made me very irritated sometimes. It's just
But did it create sibling
No.
chivalry? Chivalry.
I don't
like
know.
you
Like, why you gotta do that,
have
man?
each other's back, and maybe by you getting angry at her, she learned her lesson. It doesn't have to be, the mom always getting angry,
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but I can't remember how I felt in that context. But like, I just remember that I really wanted to be Mrs. Weasley's child.
Okay, so you have an opportunity to become Mrs. Weasley.
No, my brother used to emotionally blackmail me. Not emotionally blackmail. He used to blackmail me. So he would know the naughty things that I did.
Right.
And if I did not want to bend to his will, he'd be like, okay. And I know that tone is like the okay, I'm gonna go tell mama what you did. So I would just like do whatever he did for a long time.
You
for
did
years.
a lot of stuff.
So did he actually tell me anything?
No. Once.
Because if he did tell me anything, I would have told him not to do it.
I think he told you once.
Okay.
There was also once, I think you were away, and I can't remember with which one I was picking a fight with, and then maybe it was Abazis. He said, I'm gonna call Mama. I said, okay, call her. And then he like picked up the phone and was like, Mama, Iman did this, and then he said, Mama wants to talk to you. And I thought he was lying. So I picked up the phone. I said, yeah, Mom, Abazis sucks. And then I heard your voice on the other line. I almost peed my pants.
What did I say?
I said, Iman, you should not say that about your brother.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of the most terrifying moments of my
What lagi?
I thought
Well,
he was pornographic.
Oh, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mom, I think so much has happened. You just have to kind of let it go.
Yeah.
But how about now? Like, obviously now I'm a mother as well. Do you think that you are going to be as strict with my child as you were with us?
She's made it very clear that she's not.
I will just spoil all my grandkids, and then give them back.
Yeah.
Like the old adage.
Yeah, it's your time to just enjoy little children without the responsibility of disciplining them. That's what I'm enjoying
Agreed.
right now.
Right, agreed. Yeah.
You know?
But do you think you will ever step in if you see my parenting skills relax? Because I have heard of other friends who say, oh, I cannot marah my child in front of my mom. If not, my mom will marah me while I'm marahing their grandchild.
I'm sure you'd only do it if it was super dire. I think there will be a line where you're like, okay, Iman, that's not.
Yeah. If you're hurting the child, physically and emotionally, I may pull you aside to ask what's going on with you, because bad stuff is coming up from you, so you're not in a good space.
But I do feel, and this is the first time I'm telling you this, but I do feel a lot of comparison when you compare me to how you were when you were a younger mom. You always say, like, whenever Baba haven't mandi yet or whatever, you always say, Iman, when I was your age...
That is the evil checklist I'm talking about,
When I was your age, 7 o'clock, all the children that mandi, blah, 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 and I feel like, now I have to like live up to what you did when you were younger.
Yeah, let's talk about that. You always do.
Yeah, I run a very tight ship.
Yeah.
Like, and...
You do. Still do.
Because I feel that children need their rest at night. So if you allow them to sleep too late, they wake up cranky. And when they're cranky, it's the first thing that happens in the day. And then, well,
I don't disagree with your methods, because I agree very much, and inshallah, as much as I can, I will want to follow it. But I feel the pressure of like needing to be as good as you.
So I'm telling you, don't feel the pressure. The list doesn't exist anymore. Maybe in my head a little bit. Yeah.
Do you think at any point you have embellished your actual accomplishments?
You're not as good as you say you
were. There's sometimes where I'm just like, when you sit there and you tell me what you used to do, I'm just like, huh?
No,
okay then. Well,
Amal, do you want to say anything?
No.
We all lost for words.
Well, I think I really want to thank you. Because
I thank both of you as well. I mean, I could have done it without kids.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Poor dad. It was just him. I think you have grown from being just my fearsome mom to like a friend that I lean on to every single day. And I just want to say thank you, Mom.
Okay.
Yeah, Mom.
Yeah, me too. I find that I can talk to you guys as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a two-way street.
Yes. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks for being on the show with us, Mom.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoyed that.
Okay.
If you guys have any stories or any comments, any questions about, your relationship with your parents or with your mom, please feel free to share it with us down below.
And anything to say? Say goodbye.
Yeah. Assalamualaikum, everyone.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Michael.